The Kick-Off Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to the Sterling Sports Company Breakfast Show with Damian on your Saturday morning. Let's talk basketball now. One thing I'm missing deeply, I should be at TSB Arena now with my new kicks, but I'm not. And let's welcome, to talk the missing Sal's NBL, let's welcome in the General Manager of Basketball New Zealand. It's Justin Nelson. G'day, Justin.
Hey, good morning, Damian. Thanks for having me, mate.
Oh, thanks for coming back to give us another update. We had you on just at the start of this all, where things were a little bit very, very clouded. How are you going through this time?
Yeah, we're working hard. I think that's the first thing. Everyone's got their heads down and they're working hard. And then I think the other part to it all is we're all learning. Every day we learn something new. We hear something new. We're asked to do something new. It's a very indifferent time, and I think over the last 5 weeks, everyone just has a new appreciation for everything we do in life, whether that's home cooking or whether that's putting together basketball competitions. We all have a new appreciation. It's a different way of life, and we've been no different in the basketball world.
Absolutely. Hey, one thing I'll tip of the cap to you always for everything that I seem to see that you guys do. But at the moment, one of the most active communities out there, I think, is basketball, whether it be the app with the training, people doing individual skill sets with people at home. You got to be proud as a community of how engaged you guys still are.
Well, I think it emphasises how big basketball is. A lot of people probably don't quite realise, basketball's a global sport. It's played in just about every country in the world. It's two of, what we would call traditional global team sports, that being soccer and basketball. And, the participation numbers across New Zealand are quite remarkable. I know there was a report the other day talking about Aussie Hoops, which is the first participation part of the game. It's the introductory part of the game for the young folk, for the boys and girls when they're picking up a basketball for the first time. And that program alone has grown by 220% in the last 5 years. So just the fact that during this lockdown period, and we've all sort of been shut up and inside four walls and busting to get out there. The good thing about basketball is anyone can pick up a ball, and whether you're throwing it against a wall by yourself or shooting hoops in the driveway or just dribbling and working on your ball skills, it's one of those sports where you can always remain active. And I think the community and the basketball community, the players, showing the skills and the drills, I think everyone's been right behind that, which is great.
Absolutely. So one of the other active things I've seen is one of those competitions that we've got regional, the Summer Series. They've actually had someone go out and create individual player profiles for all their competitors and released it in the 2K format. How amazing is that?
Yeah, pretty cool. It's a whole new world, that E-Series world, and there's a lot of people getting involved and doing different things, and that sounds pretty unique, actually. Kind of cool.
Yeah, well, we had the director of eSports on the show the other week, and they some of their competitions rival the Super Bowl. How crazy is that?
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? It's I sort of struggle to get any time, sitting down playing games and doing all that. But there's lots of NBL players. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. Every time I seem to see them socialising on social media and so on. They talk up a good video game, so they're obviously having some fun. But it's massive, and it's probably been brought to light right across the world. I am guilty of being a big V8 supercars fan. I spent 3 years working in that industry and follow it heavily. And they've got a big E-Series competition on at the moment that's live on Sky Sport every Wednesday night, and I've become a little bit addicted to that, to be honest.
Awesome stuff. Well, you appreciate then, definitely. Hey, mate, we should be well into the Sal's NBL, and let's take a step back a second. We were so excited about this season. We had new sponsor deals, and I talk as if I'm part of the community. We had new sponsor deals with Sky. We had another team coming back in. It was such an exciting time, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it was, and it still is. I think that's the key part in what we've been working on. It still is an exciting time, and sport is a great way to bring communities back together and engage. So we're really mindful of doing everything we can to get back on court this year. not only to get our players back into work, but importantly to bring our communities back together and enjoying sport, whether that be at a stadium, if we get to that stage at all at any time in 2020, or just flicking on the TV and being able to watch. So we're definitely working hard on that. We made a lot of fantastic improvements to the competition during 2019, and we're certainly set to expand on those at the start of April. We've got a bit of a hold-up, bit of a roadblock, but I can certainly assure you and all of your listeners, this morning that we're doing a lot of work at the moment, that when the time allows, when the government restrictions allow, and the Ministry of Health, who have all done a fantastic job through this period, when it allows, we are developing a plan to get back out on court, and we hope that everyone's going to enjoy it.
Absolutely. Can we talk about that? I've seen the releases and your updated emails, which you have been fantastic with, by the way. What is the 2020 competition looking like at this stage?
Well, I think the first thing is everyone needs to understand that it's going to be different. I think every sport's going to be different. If anyone thinks that they're going to be able to, flick the switch and turn everything back on and something like sport is going to be normal in 2020, it's just not the case. So the first thing for us is sitting down and looking at adapting and looking at changing. And that forms a part of the different models that we're looking at. We're talking daily at the moment with our teams to understand, their needs and the position that they find themselves in with their communities and with their supporters and their sponsors. We're working through the challenges that they have, and together, we're working as a group to try and put a product back together again for 2020. What that exactly looks like at the moment, we're not 100% sure. We do think, obviously, it has to be a shortened period of time. There's been some reports out there talking about 5 weeks, and that's probably not too far off the mark, to be honest. We sort of think that any competition will sit in that 5 to 6 week bracket. We think we have an opportunity to play more regularly rather than just playing on weekends, that we would play more, during the week and the weekends. I guess the big thing is just working out how much travel is allowed, and to that end, it may be a case of everybody coming together to play out of the one venue over the period of the competition. So we're working through those things at the moment, and importantly, we're gaining a greater understanding from our teams as to the challenges that they're facing at the moment.
Absolutely. Well, Justin, TSB Arena is pretty central. Thank you.
It's central. It's central for me, that's for sure. That would be a 3-minute walk for me, so it certainly works for me. I'm not too sure about those down in Invercargill and Christchurch and so on.
Oh, well, we'll leave that with you, mate. Well, I thank you so much for your time today to give us an update on what's happening. Go well, my friend. All the best with Level 2, Level 3, Level 1. Can't wait to see you guys out there again soon. Yeah, I really appreciate that, and your support and everyone's support. The fans of basketball are really passionate, and just want to reassure everybody that we're doing everything we can to get these Kiwi stars back on the court in the near future and entertaining us all. Just stick with us. We are working hard, and we hope to have something shortly. Absolutely, mate. Follow you anywhere. Not a problem. Thank you so much, mate. Appreciate it. Hey, good on you, Damian. Anytime, mate. Just yell out.